very much again for joining our presentation today on how to maximize fundraising income. As I've just mentioned, we'll be recording these and putting these on our YouTube channel. Throughout the presentation, please just raise any questions as you have them, but also please go on mute unless you do have any questions. So let's get into the presentation. So yes, today we'll be talking about gift vouchers. Now, we're starting these presentations with why we're talking about gift vouchers, and we always come back to this graph. And again, what this graph represents, it represents the top 10 most charities by income generation over the People's Fundraising platform. And it's interesting for a couple of reasons. It's interesting because it shows activity through the year 2020, 21 and 22, through the height of COVID, you could say, when a lot of charity income was going down. So it's interesting because these top 10 active charities, their income was going up. So what actually happened through this period with these charities? And it's essentially broken down into three stages. And we're talking now about this is it relates to a charity maturity model in the individual, community and corporate fundraising area. So what's happened within this area? Essentially, the charities have signed up to our platform and they are undertaking fundraising in what we call a rather traditional approach. In the blue, they're asking for donations. In the orange, they're asking supporters to go out there and do Tough Mudder type courses, marathon runs, cake bakes, whatnot, pardon me. And in the grey, we have charity events. So this is very traditional charity online fundraising. Okay. Now, again, the challenges we see with that is if you keep on asking your supporters for donations, donation will kick in. If you keep on asking your supporters to do things like cake bakes, marathon runs and things like that, again, if I do a marathon run and ask my family and friends for donations, they'll gladly donate to me. But if I continually, if I do multiple marathon runs throughout the year, they will no longer have the means or inclination to donate to me. So donation fatigue kicks in there as well. But also there's a concept of lack of network reach. Only about 1 in 5 people actually engage in, the type of cake bake, marathon run type activity. So if you're a charity who focuses on just these three areas, you're not really maximizing your fundraising income potential. So the maturity model then progresses to what's called enhanced supporter engagement. The charities then realize that from you as a charity interacting with your charity base to offer more engaging experiences essentially brings in more money. So into year 2021, the charities are now starting to offer raffles, auctions and memberships. From an engagement perspective, remember, this is where a charity goes out to their individual, community and corporate base and asks their base to join the raffle or enter the auction. Okay. And then the final stage, this is where a charity realizes that they can engage their supporter base and say, instead of just essentially undertaking a cake bake or marathon run, why don't you yourself hold a raffle or an auction or set up a gift voucher page or fundraise for us via a shop? So this is the final stage of this maturity model. And again, we're here because we want to understand from a charity fundraising professional perspective how we progress up this maturity model and therefore how to generate more fundraising income for our charities and non-profits. So let's go to the next slide and talk about gift vouchers. So today is all about gift vouchers. So what is a gift voucher? So a gift voucher is a promise of a specific value given as a present or reward that can be exchanged for goods or services from an outlet. Okay, so let's look into that paragraph a little bit more. So it's quite interesting, the specified value. So if you go into a shop, just say you go into Boots, you can buy a Boots gift voucher. And generally they are, different values. You can buy one for £5, £10, £50, etc. So a gift voucher can be of any monetary value. Secondly, a present or reward. The reward is really quite an interesting concept here. So we generally understand the present concept So it's somebody's birthday or anniversary or just say Christmas. And, I can't necessarily think of a specific gift to give my wife or my son or my friends, so I'll give them a gift voucher they can redeem at John Lewis or Boots or on the charity website, for example. However, gift vouchers can be given just as the wording here says, thank yous, as well. Somebody does something nice, but also from the corporate fundraising perspective, gift vouchers are also used by companies and corporates to say thank you, to develop relationships with business customers or staff as well, in terms of rewarding or motivating. So when you're looking at gift vouchers, don't just think about gift vouchers as, I can't think of a specific present to give my wife or my husband. You can use it in a wider context, I should say, and specifically, from the corporate perspective, it's a really good means of generating further income. Okay, and also goods and services from an outlet. Typically, gift vouchers are tied to a specific shop or outlet. So I've mentioned Boots or John Lewis. And in the public consciousness, again, that's the impression people have. If I'm given a gift voucher, I won't necessarily be able to redeem it against another shop. It will just be a John Lewis or the charity website gift voucher. Okay, however, with that said, there are generally two types of gift vouchers that we see on the market. The first are outlet independent gift vouchers, and you see quite a lot of these gift vouchers out there, both retail focused but also charity focused as well, where the gift voucher scheme, is independent of the outlet. And as it's independent of the outlet, you can redeem the gift voucher against multiple outlets, maybe multiple charities in this case, or multiple retail shops. Now, the benefits for that are that the redemption, you redeem something against potentially a wide range of products, services, or experiences. However, the negative of that is that it's generally not charity brand specific and it's expensive as well. So this is a similar. So signing up your charity with a generic scheme is a bit similar to signing up your charity with a large lottery provider. Okay, it's generally non-brand specific, very expensive. Um, However, it is still a good mechanism sometimes to get your charity's name known, and again, it's a fundraising income stream. Now, the other type of gift voucher is the outlet specific gift voucher. And again, the benefits of that is they can be brand specific. So from me as a charity, I'm offering a gift voucher scheme, and then I can brand that scheme as I'd like. It can also be less expensive as well. Okay. However, the problem generally with outlet specific gift vouchers is a restricted set of goods and services that can be offered in return or that can be redeemed. Okay. So, from a charity perspective, what we really want to do always is to continually increase our brand awareness, and decrease costs at the same time, as well as provide an engaging experience for your supporters. So, how does a gift voucher now work in practice in the charity context? Okay, and how do we use gift vouchers? So I'll tell you about how we should use gift vouchers, and I'll show you an example of setting up a gift voucher page and redeeming a gift voucher. So, gift vouchers for charities are generally new revenue streams for the non-profit or charity. Doing some market research, we only see really a handful of charities sort of engaging in offering gift vouchers. However, gift vouchers do offer a new fundraising experience to supporter base beyond just the basic donation ask. Okay, so if you think about it, and if we relate back to the maturity model, I suppose you could say the stage one maturity model, we or you have a supporter base that wants to donate to you. And it's quite nice to offer them a different experience, just like we would offer our supporter base the ability to um, buy raffle tickets or enter the lottery or do something with the auction, to give them a totally new experience in which you can engage with them or they can participate and you can generate fundraising income at the same time. So think about gift vouchers as not only a new revenue stream for you, but also think about it in terms of it is another way and another opportunity to engage your supporter base. Remember, if we look back at the maturity model, when you provide more engaging experiences to your supporter base, your supporters will, retain that relationship for longer and over time give more money over time. Okay. Um, Something that should never be forgotten as well with gift vouchers is that they are a really good means to acquire new supporters as well. So, as a non-profit or charity, you spend a lot of time developing your individual community and corporate network. You want to tell your story, tell who you are. People are interested in your story, and then they will engage with you and fundraise for you. So, gift vouchers is a wonderful means to acquire new supporters. And the reason why it's a really good mechanism to acquire new supporters, it's almost like a trust network type thing. So if I am engaged in a charity and I donate to the charity, and the charity offers me the means to gift somebody a gift voucher, just say our gift voucher or send a gift voucher to my wife, who maybe is not a supporter. She can then come and redeem that gift voucher against one of the charity experiences on offer, and as such be brought into the community or charity network as a new supporter. Okay. So therefore, gift vouchers, we think, should be really used alongside the donation ask. It's a very, very similar mechanic to asking for a donation. Again, you're asking me to donate you. It's a very easy extension at the same time to say, well, yes, you can donate, but also you can send a gift voucher to a family, friend, relative. Okay, so let's go through an example of how this would actually work in practice. Okay, so I'm just going to change my screen share. Okay, so hopefully you can see the Kind Currency screen share, which is great. So this is just an example of a branded platform where supporters can fundraise for you using donation pages, in memory, raffles, events, memberships, auctions, gift vouchers, shops, etc. So your supporters can participate doing those things, but you can also engage your supporter base doing these things. Okay, we're just going to look at the charities wall, which is just a representation of all of the fundraising activity, say over the last year. I think this is in chronological order. By the way, this is a test system as well, so all of the information is test data. Now on here we see things like, say, campaigns. So this is an example of a corporate, or in this case a nationwide fundraising for the charity. So we can click down here and we can see their campaign wall showing all of their fundraisers supporting that particular campaign. So they have a raffle, they have an auction, which is nice, and some fundraisers. If I go back to the charity wall, again, I can see similar information, but other information related to other fundraisers that the charity, from an engagement perspective, have created, but also supporters have created themselves. So this is an example of a gaming fundraising event where the gamer has supported the charity through their YouTube stream, and the ask at the end or through the YouTube channel was not to make a donation to a charity, but to enter the channel's raffle. Okay, So let's go through the process of firstly setting up a gift voucher page. So I'm just looking for the tile to do it. Maybe it's up here. Oh, here we go. And again, via one's charity wall, one can set up, any type of fundraiser. So I'm just going to log in, and the system will ask me to set up a gift voucher page. Now, from a charity engagement perspective, um, you can understand that just like you offer the ability to accept donations, you can also offer the ability to for your supporters to send gift vouchers to family and friends. Now, from the supporter participation perspective, again, your supporters setting up gift voucher pages in their own right, and the money goes to you. Develop that function as well. So you may have a local community group, or you may have a business who are supporting you through fundraising, and so they themselves can set up these pages to support you. So our gift voucher page is going to have a page name, a page description. You'll obviously have a charity branded URL. You can display the total amount of money generated via gift vouchers, the total amount of supporters setting up the gift voucher page. You can put the QR code on the gift voucher page, and you can make it public. And you can also suggest amounts for gift voucher as well. Okay, so I'm just going to suggest 4 amounts. Also, you can do things like when somebody's purchasing a gift voucher, you can also ask them to make an optional donation as well. So let's just create that. And we are going to assign it to a charity campaign. So if this was me as maybe an employee of Nationwide who's fundraising for this charity, maybe I'll assign it to that. But this is a generic gift voucher page, just supporting kind currency. So I'm just going to allocate the page to that. Okay, so let's now look at what this page looks like. Okay, so after making a very small amount of clicks, I've now got a fully functioning gift voucher page. I could add to this with YouTube videos, Flickr slideshows, and whatnot. And let me now go through the process of purchasing a gift voucher. And again, I can use any payment method available: debit, credit card, PayPal, pay by bank app in the future, or offline. Also, offline means that your supporters can give you cash, check, bank transfer to create the gift voucher. Okay, remember, this is an example of what your supporters would go through when they are purchasing a gift voucher. So I'm asked to enter a recipient's email address, and a salutation. I'll do it to my wife, and a little message. And then I can choose the voucher amount that's applicable for this transaction. And remember, gift vouchers can be of any particular value. The flexibility here is literally, it doesn't need to be a static 5, 10s, £20. It can be literally any value you wish it to be. So let's do it for, I don't know, £60. I enter my details. I've done this before, so the system's recognized my details. It's asking me for an optional donation. Why not? I'm engaging with the supporter, and I can have gift aid reclaimed on that optional donation. And I shall now pay. Okay, great. So now an email is going to be sent to me. Let me change my screen share to show you the email. Can I do that? Okay, I'm going to share my entire screen in this case. So if I now go to my email, I have an email that tells me, or it tells the team that somebody's bought an email, but also importantly, I've got the email to, in this case, my wife, and it's telling me that I have a gift voucher. And importantly, I can now go and redeem this gift voucher against the Kind Currency charity wall. So let me stop this share and go back to this. Apologies for the share, but the swapping outs. Okay, so the emails come to me. It's added a personal message, which is great. And it's now directed me to, in this case, the Kind Currencies wall, or your charity branded wall. I can look through the different experiences there are, the different types of fundraisers like raffles and auctions and donations. And now I can redeem the gift voucher against any of these experiences. So remember, one of the challenges we've faced with gift vouchers, especially in the charity context, is that again, if it's not a generic scheme which hasn't got the brand orientation and is generally expensive, to have a specific scheme, so a charity scheme itself, where it is brand orientated and less expensive, the main problem has been that there were few experiences in which to redeem the gift voucher. Now, using these new platforms such as ours, we can now redeem the gift voucher against any experience from a donation page, fundraising page, shop, raffle, auction, lottery, gift voucher. Gift voucher. Well, you can't really redeem against itself. So in this case, let me enter the raffle. So this will be an example of the Gaming for Good raffle. I can still enter with debit card. And remember, via raffles, you can't use credit, so credit cards off. But now I've got the option to redeem against gift voucher. I've got my gift voucher code. I think how many I can get for 60. So that's okay. So I'm limited. I put in my gift voucher code. I enter my details. I've got age verification on this raffle. Interestingly enough, how old am I? Oh, telephone number is required. Okay, great. So the my raffle purchase has now been accepted, and I will now receive an email, a branded email from the branded platform. As I'm potentially a new supporter, I've now been engaged by the charity. I've now joined the charity raffle, or it could have been an auction, or it could have been a shop, or it could have been a fundraiser, or it could have been a donation page. And now you have an opportunity from the charity perspective to build on that relationship and to develop that relationship. Okay. So let's go back to the raffle page. The purchase, I haven't put the list on here, but that would show on the raffle page itself. So let's go now back to the wall and go to the gift voucher page. And again, from a fundraising expense perspective, getting your supporter base interested and excited by how much money supporters have now raised, I can see that this was my gift voucher purchase that now my wife has redeemed. Okay, so any questions on what has been presented so far in terms of the use, the utility, the value of gift vouchers, and how I've just shown that you can actually have a really interesting implementation of a gift voucher? No? Okay, so I'll go back to my presentation. Okay, so that was a really quick overview of the value in terms of it being a new revenue stream, the ability to bring in new supporters as well, and the ability to engage your supporter base using a different fundraising experience, and in this case, gift vouchers. So how can we help in this? So we provide a platform whereby you and your supporters can engage but also participate using donations, in memory fundraisers, raffles, events, memberships, auctions, shops, and gift vouchers. We can reduce your management costs by providing a single data integration for all of those fundraising streams, and also the platform's end-to-end charity branding as well. So what we're trying to do with our platform is really get you from the level 1 stage of maturity all the way to the level 3, where you're offering the widest range of fundraising experiences from the engagement perspective, but also your supporters can participate using any number of those fundraising experiences as well. And that was it for today. That was a really, really quick presentation today, but I hope you've got some value from that. If you'd like to talk to us further about how to implement gift vouchers or gift vouchers in conjunction with any of the other fundraising experiences, just let us know. Thank you very much and have a great weekend.